You guys might remember the PAGOS. Now we have a large PAGOS, which is really cool because I always felt like this knife, was a great knife, but was just a little bit too small for me personally. Not that, it's not a great knife, and a lot of people don't really love this size because it is still a full-size knife. But, it just, was, for me, just a little bit too compact. This is the budget version, obviously. They do have obviously different versions. Beautiful micro milling, M390 flat ground blade. Now this one has the fuller, like this one, with a hand satin finish. Much deeper titanium, or much deeper milling in the titanium. M390 steel again. Different thumb studs. Bigger size. Let's kick this out really quick. The front flipping action, the front flipper is even better than on this one. You notice how this one, they ramped this up back there, which that made it a little bit different. Now that they have this one so much higher, my goodness, that's a good front flipper. That is a perfect front flipper. Perfect jimping, perfect sharpness, perfect leverage. Great ergonomics. This is what I'm talking about. This is, in my opinion, the better version of it. Beautiful straight back blade. If you like straight backs, big belly, you got plenty of straight edge there to cut. You just don't want to get to the belly and slip out, but that belly will work really good for cutting down on flat surfaces. You can still use the tip, in a pinch, but it's not going to be the primary, its best cutting task, But either way, it'll work. Good access to the lock bar. Super duper smooth. I do want to pull up just a couple more knives really quick to compare, because they have this model, which I think is basically a flipper version of the PAGOS. I'm not sure, I forget the name, I'll put it up on the screen, but it has literally the same blade shape, just with a deep hollow grind. So it's a straight back with a deep hollow grind, very similar handle, just a little bit girthier, a little bit of a different pattern on the titanium, but it looks really good, like a diamond pattern. Titanium mill pocket clip, and it has a regular flipping action instead of a front flipper, but the flipping action is great. A little bit of a big flipper tab, but hey, I care about how well it works, and this is amazing thumb stud action and flipping action. There's no texture on the thumb studs, but they land in a perfect spot with this chamfer. So yeah, this is a great thumb stud action knife. Very ergonomic, a little bit square back here, but that's okay, and you can choke up. This one's an M390 steel as well. And yeah, and it just, they reminded me of each other, just this one being the front flipper version and this being the flipper version. So, you can kind of pick your poison there. There's some little subtle differences, but it's not crazy. I think the fuller on this one looks really cool. You can technically use it too if you want to. So that's always cool. Now, one more, or actually two more. This one, now this has nothing to do with this one, this one's just a drop point blade, almost a spear point with a dual grind, but I freaking love it. I think this is a great knife from them. I'm mad because I can't find my favorite knife. I have two favorites, and one of them I can't find. It's still lost. I'm still looking for it. It's driving me nuts because it is their best model, I think, in my opinion. Anyways, beautiful swedge. Like I said, dual grind M390. We have the milling on the titanium with the copper carbon fiber. Beautiful, beautiful knife. And then this one would be my other favorite. So there's the one I lost, this one, and and this is, I love this knife so much. It is so fidget friendly. The fuller works so good, whether your thumb or reverse flicking. The top flipper is like one of the best front flippers you can get. MIGURON is just known for doing amazing front flipping action, and the reason why is because they listened. When they had their first front flipper, and I criticized and said exactly how to do a front flipper, they listened. Now, there's one thing they refuse to listen about, and they have to start listening on this, guys. So, MIGURON, take a note right now. Fix your clips. Your clips are horrendous. This is way too tight. There's no room underneath there. How do you expect that to go in thick jeans? Number 2, it lands right on top of these sharp edges. So this is just gonna tear your pockets to shreds. Get this on the inside. Take this inside. This part right here on the inside, not on the outside. And put more room under here, put a better ramp. You know, some of their clips work well if it wasn't for them landing on top of this schmitty here. You know, put it on the inside. The knife that I keep talking about that's missing actually has their best pocket clip to date. So if they want to know how to do a great pocket clip, look at that model. That model has a perfect pocket clip, but it also lands, it doesn't land on these sharp edges right here. So yeah, you can see there's hardly any room right there. This one's clip right here isn't bad. It is past the cutout, but it's right there on the edge. It just so happens that it does go in and out of the pocket, you know, smoothly, as long as you're wearing regular pocket jeans and not super thick ones. So this one's good, but you know, to make sure that it'll work for all, you know, basically all jeans, and to reassure there's going to be no issues, just put the cutout on the inside, you know, make sure there's more room under the clip. You know, you make sure your ramp is good and all of that. Ramp, clearance, texture, that's it. Now, it'll work in regular jeans, so don't get it twisted. If you have regular jeans, you know, they're going to work just fine as far as going in without, you know, without being too tight. But if you have extra thick pockets on your jeans, then that's when it might pose a little bit of an issue. But yeah, I freaking dig these two knives. I think these two are really good. I really wish I could find that one that I keep talking about. Because then, you know, like I said, I could show you my two damn favorites. But anyways, the new Pagos, pretty damn cool. As far as negatives go, I already mentioned the damn clip. Dango clip, man. Yeah, that's horrifying. Horrifying. I can't carry this. I cannot carry this. I won't carry this. I refuse to carry this. You put the clip right on top of there. Why? How do you expect that to go in my pocket? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, so that is a big negative. Next thing would be the plunge grind. Start sharpening, or the plunge grind starts here and ends really close to the edge. We want that backed up. We want a good plunge grind. This one's a little bit better because the plunge grind ends right here, but it could be better than that. Let me try to see if they have a good one here. Most of these are pretty similar. And these are okay, but they could be better. Anyways, you know, they just basically cut a deeper hole right there. Make sure the end of the plunge grind is not touching the edge or is too close to it. Beautiful satin finish. It's a cool knife. I do like the knife a lot. You know, I recommended the first one, you know, big time. But again, my biggest negative at that time was the clip. You know, was the clip. And this, I think, is a better clip than this one. Let me just check. It is. This is way better. This is way, way better than this one. Because look, this doesn't land on the cuts. This one does. So the smaller one's clip is way better than this one. However, the better way to do it, even better than this, would be just put those cutouts on the inside. And also, look at this. This one has plenty of room underneath. Anyways, you know, with thick jeans, it might not be as smooth. But anyways, there you guys go. Just a quick look at a new knife from MIGURON. I do think they're doing great work. I think that they are kicking ass, but they do need to listen up about this pocket clip thing, because it's starting to get to the point to where I might not be able to recommend them pretty soon, because it's been going on too long. Right? It's one thing if it's, you know, the same 6 months, but this has been going on, you know, since last year, and they've made many, many, many new models with different designs, different changes. So they have to listen to this, because why would I carry it? How are you going to end up in a top 10? How are you going to end up in a fast 5 or whatever, you know, if I can't carry it? Granted, like I said, they do have a couple that are really, 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 really good and have perfect clips, but there's just a bunch that are, it's not good. Anyways, there you guys go. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.